In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on May 3rd, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Toronto Blue Jays vs. Boston Red Sox. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox meet Wednesday in MLB action from Fenway Park. This will be the 3rd installment in a 4-game series. The Red Sox eked out a win in the Monday opener. Then on Tuesday, the Red Sox kept it going with another close victory. The Jays are 4-1 in their last 5 Wednesday games and 23-10 in their last 33 road games versus a right-handed starter. The under is 4-0-1 in Toronto's last 5 Wednesday games. Meanwhile, the Red Sox are 4-1 in their last 5 in Game 3 of a series and 14-6 in their last 20 on grass. Boston is 0-4 in the last 4 Wednesday games. The Blue Jays are 6-0 in Mano's last 6 road starts, with the total set at 9-10.5. I expect Mano to keep rolling Wednesday in Boston. The right-hander has impressed me in his recent starts, racking up 12 Kelvins and 15 frames. He's dominated the Red Sox in the past, too, earning 4 wins in 6 starts with a 1.46 earned run average and 33 Kelvins. The 25-year-old hasn't given up more than 2 runs in any of those outings and lasted 6+ in 5 of his 6 career appearances. Pivetta doesn't impress me much either. In his 7th big league season, he's still sporting an earned run average north of 5 and a WHIP north of 1.25. He rarely lasts longer than 5 frames and is prone to the long ball. If Boston wishes to win a game he starts, it needs to score 5 or more runs. Against Mano, that isn't likely. Neither of these pens is dominant, and the team that gets the most out of their starter has the advantage. Pivetta needs a bounce-back start on the other side as well. In his last 3 outings combined, Pivetta has 13 earned runs in 14.2 innings on 17 hits and 6 walks. Boston would really benefit from a quality outing from Pivetta. In Tuesday's Game 2, Boston had 1 rough inning but kept the Blue Jays off the scoreboard otherwise. Toronto's going to need a much better all-around effort in Game 3, and I think they'll get it. So the Toronto Blue Jays money line is our full game side pick. The under is 9-1 in the Blue Jays' last 11 games versus a right-handed starter, 8-2 in their last 12 games, with the total set at 9-10.5, and 7-2 in their last 10 games versus a starter with a WHIP greater than 1.3. Mano has great career stats versus Boston, and I'm confident he will be solid again following consecutive good outings. Pivetta is rarely dominant but doesn't get knocked around for more than 4 runs too often either. In fact, he's held the Blue Jays to 4 or fewer runs in 7 of 9 appearances since 2021. This game could get out of hand if either bullpen handles too many innings, but I don't believe that will be the case. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Twins vs. Chicago White Sox. As we hit the middle of the week, we have another exciting day of early season baseball ahead of us. One particularly great matchup is an American League Central showdown between the Minnesota Twins and the Chicago White Sox. The Twins enter play on Tuesday with a record of 17-12, while the White Sox come into the day at 8-21. Minnesota is 6-2 in their last 8 games overall and 17-36 in their last 53 road games, while the over is 4-0 in their last 4 Game 2 matchups. Chicago is 7-21 in their last 28 games overall and 1-4 in their last 5 home games, while the over is 11-3-1 in their last 15 home games. Chicago has not played very well to start the season, but they have won 2 games in a row, including a win against the Rays. Minnesota is leading the American League Central and is the only team above .500 in the Central. Minnesota is starting Louis Varland, who is only making his 2nd start this year. Chicago is starting Dylan Cease, who has allowed 9 earned runs over his last 8 innings of work. Not often I'll do it, especially after the Twins got me on Tuesday. But the White Sox need to start picking up confidence wins after a brutal start, and Dylan Cease is going to be the best shot the White Sox have at a win pretty much any time he takes the mound. Louis Varland is a decent arm, but he's a fringe starter and going up against Chicago's staff ace here. I don't see Varland matching zeros, and I believe that the White Sox get it done. I trust Cease a lot more than I trust Varland, so the Chicago White Sox money line is our full game side pick. While it's a bit tougher to say with no starting pitcher announced for the Twins, their pitching has been what has carried them all season long, allowing the third fewest runs in the American League, which should continue against this lackluster White Sox lineup. The White Sox have scored just 4 runs per game on the year, falling to an abysmal 2.5 per game over the 10 losses over their last 11-game stretch. Dylan Cease takes the mound for Chicago, and while he isn't posting the Cy Young caliber numbers so far in 2023 that he did last year, he has been effective enough thus far to limit the damage versus Minnesota and stop a scoring barrage. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Baltimore Orioles versus Kansas City Royals. The Baltimore Orioles and Kansas City Royals continue their 3-game series on Wednesday night in Kansas City. The Orioles are one of the hottest teams in baseball at the moment, while the rebuilding Royals find themselves in last place in the American League Central Division. The Orioles are 26-56 in their last 82 Wednesday games and 6-1 in their last 7 road games. The Royals are 3-13 in their last 16 home games and 16-37 in their last 53 overall. The over is 5-2 in Orioles' last 7 overall. The under is 5-2-1 in Royals' last 8 overall. The Orioles are 7-20 in the last 27 meetings in Kansas City. It has been an ugly season for Zack Greinke and the Royals organization as a whole. On top of Greinke's awful year, he also hasn't fared well against Baltimore in his past. The current roster is slashing .340, .340, and .453 over 53 at-bats. Specifically, some of the big guns at the top of the order have found a ton of success against the right-hander. Austin Hayes, Ryan Mountcastle, and Cedric Mullins are a combined 13-26 against him with 1 home run and 2 doubles. The Baltimore Orioles are far more trustworthy offensively, and Kyle Gibson is pitching well up to this point. The Kansas City Royals can't string together offense, and Zack Greinke is a shell of himself at 39 years old. You can argue the O's should be bigger favorites than they are here. Ultimately, the Orioles are in a much better position right now, and they should run away with this game. So the Baltimore Orioles money line is our full game side pick. While Greinke has pitched better at home, I can't dismiss his rather high hard hit rate thus far. He will also likely give the Royals 5 innings here, which will lead to 4 innings from a Royals bullpen that has the 4th worst bullpen earned run average in baseball. On the other side, Gibson is sporting an earned run average north of 5 on the road this season and has struggled outside of the large dimensions of Camden Yards. Kansas City has gone over the total in 2 of 3 prior to Tuesday night's series opener as well. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.